Every month, I pay $20 for an AI app. I don't even remember when I started paying. It's like a utility bill. It just charges itself, renews itself, and I just let it run. But today, something occurred to me. Everything else I pay for monthly does the same thing month after month. Netflix this month streams the same way as last month. Spotify plays music the same way as last month. $20 buys exactly what it bought before. Then I looked at the AI app on my screen, and I wasn't so sure about that one. Because AI companies aren't selling you what it can do today. What they're selling is what it will do tomorrow, that it's getting smarter every day, that this is just the beginning, and you need to be here so you don't get left behind. Have you ever paid for anything else purely because the seller promised it would get better?
Here's the story that almost everyone believes without ever questioning it. AI is on an upward curve, each new version dramatically smarter than the one before. This version can write a paragraph. The next one reasons through problems. The one after that will solve things no human ever could. All you have to do is keep using it, keep paying, and the future will be worth every cent. Exponential progress. Sound familiar? It has the exact same energy as your money is safe in the vault. Neat, comfortable, no further questions necessary. The brochure is very glossy and the font is very confident. And honestly, who has the time to read the footnotes? But there's something about how AI actually works that's like no other software you've ever used. And once you see it, the brochure starts to look a little different.
You know how Netflix works, right? They buy a film once and stream it to hundreds of millions of people. A song on Spotify sounds the same on its millionth play as its first. The more users they get, the cheaper each user becomes, which is why $14 a month still turns a profit. AI works the opposite way. Every question you ask makes the servers run, compute, consume real electricity, and it's not a one-time cost. Every single question costs the same. Ask 1,000,000 questions and it costs 1,000,000 times as much. So the more users there are, the higher the costs go, not lower. That's why one of the biggest AI companies in the world lost $5 billion in a single year. Not because they're bad at business, but because every time you use it, they're spending real money. So why is it only $20? Why aren't they charging more? Because your $20 isn't what's keeping them alive. What's keeping them alive is investors. And investors pour in money because they believe a promise. That promise has a name, AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, meaning an AI that can think and adapt the way humans do. That's not the product they're selling right now. It's the destination they've promised to reach. And that destination justifies every loss. Losing money today is fine because tomorrow will pay it back 1,000 times over. And that promise doesn't just live with investors. It trickles all the way down to you. AI will change everything. Adapt AI or get left behind. This is just the beginning. Every line of advertising is saying the same thing. Keep paying because the future will be worth it.
And here's the important part. That promise isn't a marketing tactic. It's oxygen. Because without the promise, there are no investors. Without investors, there's no money to operate. And without money to operate, there simply is no AI. You pay $20 for the present. Investors pay billions for the future. But both of you are paying for the same thing, the belief that the promise will come true. The entire structure stands on a promise. So what happens if that promise starts to wobble? Two things happened recently that most people haven't noticed. First, the old formula stopped working. Adding more money and more data used to make AI proportionally smarter, but now the curve is flattening. Pour in billions more and the improvements don't match the investment anymore. Second, in what might be the most important contract in the AI industry, there was a clause that clearly stated once AGI was achieved, the entire agreement would change. Earlier this year, they deleted that clause, not revised, deleted, and replaced it with a calendar date. You only swap a technology milestone for a date on the calendar when you know the milestone isn't coming. I looked back at the $20 pop-up on my screen. When I first started paying, I thought I was paying for advanced technology. But looking at it now, what I'm actually paying for is a structure that can't sustain itself, kept alive by the promise that tomorrow will be different from today, sold to me under the label, "The future will be worth it." It's exactly how banks sell you security through a number on a screen, or how the diamond industry sells you eternal love through a stone that isn't actually rare. But this time is different. This time I'm inside the system. I use it every day. I type questions in at midnight.
And even though I can see the mechanism clearly, I'm still paying. And that's the part I keep getting stuck on, because knowing how a trick works is supposed to make you immune to it. You learn the mechanism, you step back, you stop falling for it. But that's not what happened here. What happened is that the product is actually useful, not in the change everything way they promised, but in the I just got an answer in 30 seconds that would have taken me 2 hours to find way. That part is real, and that's what makes this hard to untangle, because the thing they're overselling isn't nothing, it's something. It's just not the thing on the brochure, which means the companies know something I didn't want to admit. You don't need to deliver the promise to keep getting paid. You just need to deliver enough.
So what am I actually paying for? I always thought I was paying for AI, but AI costs more than what I'm paying. I always thought I was paying for the future, but the people building it just quietly deleted the milestone the future was promised around. So what does my $20 a month actually buy? It buys a promise. You're not paying for AI, you're paying for the promise of AI. And that promise exists not because AI is extraordinary, but because without the promise, no one would pay that price. And this pattern isn't new. Tulips, railroads, .com, every generation has had its version of pay today for a future that doesn't exist yet. The product changes, the press releases change, the font on the brochure changes, but the mechanism never does. Someone always figures out that selling belief is more scalable than selling the thing itself. Have you noticed how many products in your life now have the word AI attached? Email, search engines, photo editing apps, your phone keyboard, all of them more expensive since that label appeared. And the actual improvements are sometimes significant, sometimes just an autocomplete that's wrong half the time. Because AI isn't a feature, it's a promise bolted onto a price increase. Learn AI or get left behind. AI will replace your job within 5 years. Those aren't information, they're manufactured fear. The diamond industry sells the fear of proposing without a ring. The AI industry sells the fear of becoming obsolete. Both of them turn fear into a product. If your company just bought AI tools, try asking one honest question. Has productivity increased enough to justify the cost? And the most honest answer you'll get is probably, we're not sure yet, because they're paying for a promise too, just at a different scale, with the exact same mechanism. I don't think I'm a consumer anymore. I'm a promise subscriber. These companies aren't just selling tools, they're selling the anxiety of being left behind, and that anxiety is the oldest trick in the book.
I looked back at the laptop. Same app, same $20. Then I typed a prompt. The AI responded, and it was genuinely useful, just not the thing they promised. And I'm okay with that, as long as I know what I'm paying for. Because there's a difference between paying for something and being sold something. I came in being sold a future. I'm staying for a tool. Those are not the same transaction, even if the invoice looks identical. If the curve really has flattened, what exactly are they building right now?